yours. There exist locations where time does not simply flow, it lingers, haunts, and murmurs through the fissures of neglected structures and deserted avenues. St. Elmo, Colorado, exemplifies such a place, a town where the remnants of history refuse to fade away. Nestled deep within the Rocky Mountains where the air is sparse and the silence profound, this town appears suspended in time. Once, these thoroughfares were alive with activity. Prospectors in search of wealth, gamblers pursuing fortune, and families nurturing aspirations all made this place their home. Although their voices have diminished, their essence endures. Some perceive the town as nothing more than an empty husk, a vestige of the Old West. Yet others claim to hear the laughter of invisible children wafting through the stillness, the distant sound of horseshoes striking cobblestones long buried beneath layers of dust. They assert that those who once inhabited this town have never truly departed. This evening, we venture into the past. We enter a town where history clings like a spectral embrace. This is the narrative of St. Elmo, a place marked by gold, avarice, sorrow, and the enduring spirits of the forgotten. Are you prepared to listen? The mountains rise like silent guardians surrounding the valley, their rugged peaks reaching for the heavens. Enclosed within their grasp, St. Elmo stands, its once majestic buildings now mere skeletal remnants of a former age. Wooden structures lean under the burden of time, their windows shattered like broken eyes gazing into the abyss of history. The silence here transcends mere absence. It is dense, weighty, and observant. Yet, if you listen intently, the past is never entirely mute. The wind carries whispers, fragments of voices from a different era. A rusted sign sways lazily on its hinge, its creak resonating down the deserted street. Somewhere, a door slams shut, though no living being remains to open it. As you stroll through the town, the feeling of being observed becomes increasingly undeniable. The general store, with its shelves still adorned with the dusty remnants of a bygone era, stands resolutely against the passage of time. The old hotel towers above, its windows resembling dark eyes that scrutinize those who dare to walk by. In the distance, the remnants of a railway track gradually disappear into the wilderness, a route that once transported passengers but now leads only into obscurity. The tale of St. Elmo begins, much like many towns of the Old West, with a singular aspiration: gold. In the late 1800s, the allure of wealth lured settlers deep into the Rocky Mountains. Beneath the majestic peaks, veins of gold and silver coursed through the earth, enticing those brave enough to excavate. Miners labored under the unyielding sun, extracting the mountain's treasures while families established homes, churches, and schools. The town flourished. Saloons echoed with boisterous laughter, general stores brimmed with merchandise, and the sound of church bells resonated through the valley every Sunday morning. However, prosperity, much like gold, is unpredictable. In the Old West, fortune often came with a heavy cost. As time went on, tensions escalated. Conflicts over mining claims resulted in violence. The frequency of robberies increased. Beneath the veneer of success, a more sinister narrative was unfolding, one that would ultimately determine the fate of St. Elmo. The year was 1890. St. Elmo had already endured its share of hardships, brutal winters, mining conflicts, and the ever-present threat of abandonment. Yet nothing could have prepared its residents for what was to come. One fateful night, a fire ignited, transforming the wooden town into a raging inferno. The flames raced through St. Elmo with alarming speed, consuming homes, businesses, and the very essence of the community. Panicked voices filled the air, their cries drowned out by the roar of the blaze. Families rushed to salvage what little they could before the fire obliterated everything in its wake. When the flames finally extinguished, much of the town lay in devastation. The wounds from that night never completely healed. Businesses failed to bounce back. Some residents gathered their possessions and departed, leaving without a backward glance. Yet others, those who had established their lives on this challenging terrain, were determined to remain. Among them was the Stark family, whose steadfast resolve would guarantee that St. Elmo endured, even as the surrounding world faded away. Today, St. Elmo exists as a relic of the past, but that past refuses to fade into silence. The atmosphere's charged, as if history itself is breathing down your neck, sharing its secrets with the breeze. Tourists come and go, capturing images and speaking softly as they tread carefully through the remnants of what once thrived. However, some visitors depart with more than mere photographs. They recount tales of ghostly shadows flitting behind broken windows, a woman's silhouette lingering in the upper levels of the old general store, and the sound of laughter carried by the wind in the absence of any living presence. Some described the unsettling feeling of being watched by unseen eyes, a creeping discomfort along their spines. Others have reported hearing footsteps reverberating on deserted streets, the rhythmic sound of boots that belong to no living being. The most haunting tales, however, revolve around the old Stark family hotel. Many assert that Annabelle Stark, who refused to abandon her home even as the town fell apart, still wanders the halls. Her spirit is said to appear as a shadowy figure gazing out from the upper windows, her presence serving as a silent warning to those who linger too long. The spirits of St. Elmo remain restless. Shadows dance where no light should exist. Whispers echo through forsaken corridors, and those who listen intently may catch the faint sounds of a bygone era. Is it merely imagination,